to the podcast Sleep Well Horror, guys. We are doing another episode today. Oh, that's the wrong songs. This one. We're back. Let me stop messing around. Whatever you're doing on your desk, stop.
Huh?
So much noise. All I hear is you moving like moving stuff on your desk. Welcome back. We're going to be doing a story today. I don't know if it's long or short, but we're gonna make the most out of it no matter what. Give me a couple seconds here. Let me get everything up and running. Andrea got a new dog. Show your dog. No one can hear you.
I was on mute. His name is Nugget.
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 Why Nugget?
I actually wanted him to be named Pickles, but my husband didn't like it, and we named him Nugget.
What's wrong with the name Pickles?
That's what I said. I liked Pickles.
Seems a little weird.
And he said Nugget, and I said, okay, that was my second choice, so I guess we can go with Nugget.
I think one of your friends here said he's so cute. Oh my god.
He is really cute. He's a fucking menace, though, but he is really cute.
My cat's been very needy lately.
Why?
I don't know. He's just been needy. He wants attention 24/7 is what it is. He's like the most energetic cat I've ever had, so he just like wants constant like playtime.
I thought cats were supposed to be like chill.
No, not Siamese cats. Apparently, they're the most energetic cats in the world. Did you know that? Now you know.
I did not.
Yeah, they're pretty energetic. I didn't know that going in, but I love him. He just needs a lot of attention all the time. He wants to play for hours. I'm like, I'm tired, Toasty, please. I'm tired.
I love the name Toasty.
I can't do it anymore.
Does he play with toys?
No, he gets bored of them. He wants me to throw them for him. He needs me to throw them for him.
Aren't there like interactive toys? Or like,
Yeah,
those
but he
things?
gets
I
bored
feel
of
like I've
them.
seen
No, he gets
them.
bored of them now.
Oh, he just wants you to play with him.
Yes, or he wants me to chase him around the house, which is often.
Oh.
AJ's in the chat. Toasty here, right here. See, Toasty.
Toasty! He's so cute.
I disturbed him, so he's pissed off now. Sorry.
Now he's going to disturb you during the reading.
He's like, all right, I'm out of here. Now he's just leaving now. Labona's in. All right, cool. So, I go ahead and start my stuff here. I don't know why that song didn't loop. Hold on. All right. Today's stories. We're gonna be reading My Neighbors Say They're. Oh my gosh. My neighbors say they've known my son for years. That's the story title. And the author is Eclosion? Yeah, Eclosion K2. He's also linked in the description. He or she or they are linked in the description. So go give him a look at. Go drop a comment on their story after we read it.
Yeah.
Give them some support. And then it's gonna be the tone for today is psychological parental horror with identity dread. So it should be fun. It's gonna be about a 25-minute story. And a little bit of a background. Have you ever had someone tell you they've known your child long before that child was even born? Tonight's story begins in a quiet neighborhood, the kind where people wave from the porches, where everyone knows your name, but what happens when they know too much? So, we haven't registered like this ever on this podcast, so I'm actually kind of excited to see what we have in store. I do want to start off the show with a couple questions. As always, intro question 1. Have you ever had someone claim they've met your child before that child was even born? Obviously,
We don't have children.
most people are gonna say no to that if you don't have children. But has everyone ever said like, "Oh, I know you," and you don't know who that person is at all? Has that ever happened to anybody? Bueller, you?
Yeah, but
Yes?
it's a long story. Yeah, maybe for another time.
Oh, is it too? Why? Is it
It's-
bad?
It's weird.
Well, I mean, we are on a horror podcast, so.
I know. I don't want to tell her right now. But
Okay.
another
I don't wanna-
time. I'll
I
tell
don't
you
want
the
to force
story
you to
another
tell a
time.
story. Okay. Tell your sister's story from the hospital.
The stuff moving?
Oh no, you didn't tell me that one, but the creepy guy or the creepy patient or something. What was it?
Well, which one? She has them like nightly now. Which
Oh,
one?
Give me a new one.
I think she thinks her hospital office is haunted.
Okay, well, most hospitals are haunted. So
Yeah,
that
but
makes-
like she doesn't necessarily believe in haunted things or like ghosts and stuff. But the other day she was she works night shift, so she said it was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning and it was like kind of slow. And she's a social worker, right? So she was like in her office. She works in the emergency department, and she was in her office typing up her notes, and she has this like recorder thing. So she
Right.
like listens back to the conversations and types it out. And she said it's pretty big. It's like a cell phone, and it was like looped around with her headphones. And she was like sitting there typing, and all of a sudden the recorder was next to her, and all of a sudden it made like a full like 180.
Ooh.
And she was like, I think it's time for me to go.
I think it's time for me to go home.
Yeah. But she doesn't believe in ghosts. Or I was like, okay,
She's
but like, what's your explanation for this? Nothing.
Seems a little suspicious.
I know.
Okay. Well. Thanks for
That was
sharing.
her haunted story. You're welcome.
All right. So, next question. How well do you really know the people living next door? I don't know the people living I don't know some stuff you say. I don't know the people who live next door at all. Actually. You guys know your neighbors well? The chat or you?
I don't know my neighbors well, but we say hi. I guess when I'm outside. They like to say hi to my dog.
Well, yeah. I think most people are going to say hi to a dog.
I mean, I try to avoid interactions with anybody, so I usually don't. But I don't. I never
try
know
to
my
be a
neighbors.
hermit. I try to be a hermit, most of the time.
I try not to talk to anybody.
I live next to a halfway house. Oh, that's cool. Do you know your neighbors?
I was like, you do? No,
No.
you don't.
Chat.
Oh, I can't see the chat for some reason. Wait, T, you live next to a halfway house? I didn't know that.
It's kind of wild, honestly.
Yeah, I did not know that. To the left or to the right? I need to know.
I need to know right now.
I want to know.
It's hilarious. Last question. What if everyone around you remembered a version of your life that you don't?
I think I'd be going crazy.
You don't have anything else on that? You don't have any opinion on that one?
No,
I feel
I'm
like
just
I
thinking,
feel like out of everything, that's the one question that you would have something to say about.
I would think people were trying to gaslight me, and I'd be like, "That's not true," and they'd be like, "Yeah,
They're trying to gaslight me.
that's my only opinion." I'd be like, I would think I was going crazy. What about
Well,
you?
people try to do that all the time. That's like a normal thing.
When? How? What situations does this happen in?
There's people like, that happens to everyone. Everyone like it was like, no, this happened. This is what you did this day, and this is what happened. And you're like, what are you talking about? I never did that, or I never said that. That
I mean,
happens like
maybe the saying part, but like, I don't know.
I feel like I feel like maybe people are just trying to gaslight me all the time, and I'm like, I didn't do that.
I think people are trying to gaslight you. That has to be it.
I never did that. Anyway.
Unless you like black out and then like you don't.
Yeah, I just black out and I don't remember what I do.
Yeah,
That'd actually be kind of more. That'd be more scary than anything else, to be
I
honest.
hope that's not it. I hope people are gaslighting you instead of you blacking out.
Just blacking out and just doing crazy shit.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's all my questions.
Cool.
For everyone who's watching now, thank you for showing, and then everyone who's gonna watch this later, have fun. We're gonna go and dive into this story. All right. Very rare that this happens, but today I get to start the story off because it's dialogue. Where is the music though that I need to use? Oh, drum roll, please. That's not working. That's just loading.
I was going to drum roll.
Oh no!
Then I thought it would be too loud next to my.
I have like a sound effect.
Mic.
It's not working though. All right, well, let's go ahead and skip that, I guess. All right, we're gonna be reading. My neighbors say they've known my son for years. I've never had children. That is the story. It's the story you have up, right? You look confused.
Yep.
Okay.
No, I guess I just blanked on the second part of that when I was reading it.
Oh my gosh. All right. How old must he be now? 8? 9?
I stared at my neighbor, unsure what she was asking. She read the confusion on my face.
You're a cute little guy. I saw him biking down the street earlier. He must be old enough for grade 4 now, right?
Miss Babbage was a bit on the older side. Miss Babbage was a bit on the older side, but I never thought she had shown signs of dementia. Not until now. I wasn't exactly sure what to say. She proceeded to stare at me, tilting her head as if I was the one misremembering. I awkwardly opened my mouth.
Oh, right. My little guy.
She brightened.
Yes, he must be in grade 4, right? Sure. I mean, yeah, he is. What a cute little guy.
She said and returned to watering her flowers. It was an odd, slightly sad moment. I wondered if her husband had seen glimmers of this too. I could only hope that this was a momentary blip and not the sign of anything Alzheimer's related. I took the rest of the groceries out of my car and entered home. I had a long day of teaching and I just wanted to sit back, unwind, and watch something light on TV. But as soon as I took off my first shoe, I smelled it, something burning on the stove. Something burning with lots of cheese on it.
What the hell?
I dashed over to the kitchen and almost fell down, partially because I was wearing only one shoe, but also because there was a scrawny little boy frying a craft dinner. I let out a half scream.
What the fuck?
Really weird. But very quickly, I composed myself into the same assertive adult who taught at a university.
What? What? Excuse me? Who are you? What are you doing here?
The boy's blonde, willow-like hair whipped around his face as he looked at me with equal surprise.
Papa? What do you mean? I'm here. I'm here.
He was a scared, confused child, and I couldn't quite place the bizarre inflections of his words.
Do you want some KD, Papa? Have some. I'm not
Was
gonna read this thing.
okay.
Huh?
Was that a Russian accent? It took me a second to realize he was wearing an oversized
Oh,
t-shirt
Russian.
that looked just like mine. Was he wearing my clothes? I held out my palms like I would at a lecture, my standard everyone settle down gesture, and cleared my throat.
I'm sorry. I don't know who you are or what this is.
The boy widened his eyes, still frightened by my intensity. He stirred the food with the wooden spoon.
It's KD, Papa. Your favorite, chili cheese kind. Don't you remember?
His name was Dimitri.
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 With a Y.
Jesus. And he claimed to be my son. Apparently, at some point, there had been a mother, but he didn't remember much about her. He only remembered me.
You've been Papa my whole life. My whole life, Papa.
I tried having a sit down conversation. In fact, I try to have many sit down conversations where I explained to Dimitri that that would be impossible. But it always ended with him clutching me with impassioned tears, begging me to remember him. The confusion only got worse when my mother called.
How is my grandson doing?
She asked. I didn't know how to reply. The conversation grew awkward and tense until eventually I clarified my whole predicament.
Mom, what are you talking about? I don't have a son. I've never had a son.
My mother gasped a little, then laughed and scolded me, saying I shouldn't joke around like that, because of course I've always had a son, a smart little guy who will be celebrating 9 this weekend. I hung up. I stood petrified in my own kitchen, staring at this strange, expectant Slavic child. For the next 10 minutes, all I could do was ask where his parents were, and he just continued to act frightened, like any authentic kid might, and replied with the same question.
How did you forget me, Papa?
My method wasn't getting me anywhere, so I decided to play along. I cleared my head with a shot of espresso. I told him my brain must have been scrambled from overworking, and I apologized for not remembering I was his father. He brightened immediately.
It's okay, Papa. It's okay.
He gave me a hug.
You always work so hard.
The tension dropped further as Dmitri finished making the noodles and served himself some. I politely declined and watched them eat, and he watched me watch him eat.
So, you're okay now? You're not angry?
His accent was so odd.
No. I'm not angry. I just a little scrambled.
His eyes shimmered, looking more expectant.
What? So we can be normal?
A wan chill trickled down my neck. I didn't really know what to say, but for whatever reason, I did not want to say, yes, we can be normal now, because this was not normal. Far from it, this child was not my son. He started playing with his food and quivered a little like a worried mouse seeking reassurance.
Everything will be fine.
I eventually said.
No need to stress. Enjoy your noodles.
To my shock and dismay, I discovered that Dmitri also had his own room. My home office had somehow been replaced by a barren clay-walled chamber filled with linen curtains, old wooden toys, and a simple bed. The smell of bread and earth wafted throughout. That's a weird smell in a child's room.
Yeah.
I watched him play with his blocks and spinning tops for about half an hour before he started to yawn and say he wanted to go to sleep. It was the strangest thing, tucking him in. He didn't want to switch to pajamas or anything. He just sort of hopped into his straw bed and asked me to hold his hand. Dimitri's fingers were cold, slightly clammy little things. It was very bizarre comforting him like my own son, but appeared to work. He softened and lay still. He didn't ask for a lullaby or bedtime story. He just wanted to hold my hand for a minute.
Thank you, Papa. I'm so glad you're here. So glad we can be my Papa. Good night.
I inched my way out of the room and watched him through the crack of his door. At about 9:30, he gave small, childlike snores. He had fallen asleep. Cautiously, I called Pat, my coworker, with whom I shared close contact. She had the same reaction as my mother.
Harlan, of course you can have a son. Of course you have a son. Harlan, of course you have a son. From your marriage to Svetlana.
My marriage? Oh, sorry, that was you.
My marriage to who? You met her in Moscow. You were touring Europe.
It was true that I had guest lectured 15 years ago across the UK, Germany, and Russia. I was awarded a grant for it, but I only stayed in Moscow for 3 days.
I've never met anyone named Svetlana. Don't be weird, Harlan. Come on.
Pat's conviction was very disturbing.
You and Silvana were together for many years. We were? How many? Look, I know the divorce was hard, but you shouldn't pretend your ex-wife doesn't exist. I'm not pretending. I'm being serious. I don't remember her. Then get some sleep.
I sipped on my second espresso of the night.
But I have slept. I'm fine. Well, then, I don't get what the joke is. Knock it off. It's creepy. I'm not joking. I'll see you tomorrow for your birthday. Birthday? Yeah, your son's birthday? Jesus Christ. Goddamn, Harlan. Get some sleep.
All right. You wouldn't think you were being gaslit at this point?
Pause. Yeah, crazy.
That would be my first thing. I'd be like, either I'm going crazy, everybody else is crazy, or I'm getting gaslit and this is a joke.
I'd be definitely going crazy. Like, I'd be getting mad too.
Yeah. I didn't sleep that night. My efforts were spent scoring the filing cabinets and drawers throughout my house. I had credit card bills covering school supplies, kids' clothing shops, and costlier groceries. I even had pictures of Dimitri hung around the walls from various ages. It's like everything was conforming to this new reality. The harder I looked for clues to disprove my fatherhood, the more evident I found confirming it.
Oh God.
It was Dimitri who woke me up off the living room couch and said Uncle Boris was here.
Boris?
I peeked through the window and could see a very large blonde man smiling back at me. Behind him was a gaggle of other relatives, all speaking Russian to each other.
I don't know if I can do a Russian accent. We'll try it. Hello, Harlan. I can't do it.
The blonde man's voice penetrated past the glass.
Were you here for the birthday?
They all looked excited and motioned to the front door. They were all wearing tunics and leggings, traditional birthday clothes or something. I was completely floored. I didn't know what to do, so I just sort of nodded and suddenly slinked back into my kitchen. Dimitri came to pull at my arm.
Come on, Papa. We have to let them in. I don't know any of them. Yes, you do, Papa. It's Uncle Boris. It's Uncle Boris.
I yanked my hands away. It was one thing to pretend I was the kid's dad for the night. It was quite another to let a group of strangers into my house first thing in the morning. Dimitri frowned.
I'll open it. I'll open the door. Wait, hold on.
I grabbed Dimitri's shoulder. He turned away.
Let's go.
I tried to pull him back, but then he dragged me into the living room again. Our struggle was on display for everyone outside. Boris looked at me with saucer eyes. Dimitri pulled harder, and I had no choice but to pull harder back. The boy hit his head on a table as he fell.
Oh God.
Boris yelled something in Russian. Someone else hollered back. I heard hands trying to wrench open my door.
Dimitri, stop. Dimitri. Oh, sorry. This is main character. Dimitri, stop. Let's just take a minute to. You're hurting me, Papa. Ow!
My front door unlocked, footsteps barreled inside. I let go of my son and watched three large Slavic men enter my house with stern expressions. Dmitri hid behind them.
Is everything okay?
Boris peered down at me through his tangle of blonde hair.
Yeah, sorry.
I said, struggling to find words.
I'm just very confused. Confused? Why were you hitting Dmitri?
The little boy pulled on his uncle's arm and whispered something into his ears. Boris' expression furrowed. But before I could speak further, a slender pair of arms pushed aside on all the male figures and revealed a woman with unwavering, bloodshot eyes. Something in me knew it was her.
Svetlana.
What?
Svetlana.
She wore a draped brown sheet as a dress, with skin so pale I could practically see her sinews and bones. It's like she had some extreme form of albinism.
Harlan?
She said, somehow breaking my name into 3 syllables.
Harlan?
I've never been so instinctively afraid of a I've never been so instinctively afraid of a person in my life. It's like she had weaved herself out of the darkest edges of memory. I saw flashes of her holding my waist in Moscow outside Red Sauce. Flashes of her lips whispering chants in the shadows of St. Basil's Cathedral.
Are you
Svetlana,
hungry? Are you hungry, by the way? Because you said
What?
Red Sauce. You said outside of Red Sauce.
Red Square, okay? I saw flashes of her holding my waist in Moscow outside Red Square. Not Sauce. I might be a little hungry.
Yeah, I think it's the network hits you, Labona.
So, hold on. So he didn't remember her, but as soon as he saw her, he was like, oh, he's like catching glimpses of his life
Yeah.
with her in it.
Yeah.
Okay. Svetlana held Dimitri's shoulder, then looked up at me.
Just tell me him it will be normal. Tell him everything will be okay.
No, this is not happening. None of this is real. Barefoot and still wearing the same clothes as yesterday, I bolted out the back of my house and hurtled across my driveway before the rest of my new family could realize what was going on. I hopped into my Subaru and stepped on the gas. As I drove away from my house, I looked back in my rearview mirror, and I swear it didn't look like my house at all. I swear it looked like a thatched roof hut. Back at the university, I walled myself up in my study. I canceled all speaking arrangements for the next week, saying I needed a few personal days. No one in my department knew I had a son. Nothing in my study indicated I had extended Russian family. When I asked Pat about our phone conversation last night, her response was, "What
Personal
conversation?"
days. Oh. What conversation?
My mom said the same thing. With immense trepidation, I turned to my house the following day, and after setting foot back inside, I knew that everything had reverted back to the way it was before. No framed pictures of Dmitri, no more alarming photo albums, and that clay-walled room where Dmitri spun tops and slept inside, it was just my home office again. To this day, I still have no clue what happened during the bizarre September weekend. But doing some of my own research, I started to think I did encounter something in Moscow all those years ago. Some kind of lingering old curse, or a stray spirit, or a Chernada Vedma, a black witch disguised as an ordinary woman. Although I haven't seen any evil things bubble up around my place since, every now and then I do have a conversation with Miss Babbage, and she seems to remember my son very well.
Such a cute little guy, always waving hello. Did you know he offered me food once? I think it was Kraft dinner.
Ooh.
And that is the end of the story. Weird. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of that one episode of Rick and Morty where like the parasites were in the house and they had to like figure out which one was real because they kept like seeping memories into the brain.
I can't say I've ever seen Rick and Morty. I've seen like one episode, and that was like in the background, not because I
Oh,
was
okay.
watching
Well,
it. I'll be right
um,
back.
okay.
Did you like it?
I liked it. I thought it was good. I thought it was like a good, weird story. Very confusing, like on how like this guy picked up some type of curse. I may avoid. I may maybe avoid mirrors when you smell cheese burning. Oh, those Russians. These are some of the comments in the thing. Psychosis or parallel universe or both?
I think parallel universe.
I don't know. I think it's some type of curse. I think
Maybe.
it was some type of parasite latching onto them and trying to like weave memories into his brain and try to stay. I liked it. That was pretty good.
I liked it. That was good.
Someone said, "I don't think you should eat that food, mate."
Yeah, probably not.
A couple questions here. This is discussion. What if the person you've been raising isn't really your child? What would you do?
I don't know. Is this like a switch that birth thing, or like you just? I don't know. I have questions. I have follow up questions.
I don't know. Like just not your kid.
I don't know. I'd be like, I don't have a kid, so like I don't know how I would feel, but I think I'd be like, well, this is my kid, and I've been raising him, so he's mine now.
Right. It's like switch that birth is crazy. How far would you go to prove your own memories are real?
I don't know. I feel like I would try pretty hard.
Follow-up question. When the world agrees you're wrong, does the truth even matter anymore?
No, at that point, I'm just fucking crazy.
That crazy lady down the street? Yeah, she didn't even know she had a son. Her
Just
son
gonna
is a
be.
9.
I'd just be known as a crazy lady that didn't know she had a son for
Hilarious.
9 years.
For 9 years. That'd be crazy.
That would be crazy. That's a weird
Um,
thought. I would hate that.
yeah, good story though. I liked it. Good pick this time. Good job. I'm
Thanks.
proud of you. This is the first story that she curated herself.
Okay, I feel like we did a grab bag and I did like 5
Oh
short
yeah, okay,
stories.
yeah. That's different though. We collabed on that. This was the first time she did it by herself, and she reached out to the author, which is very good.
Thanks.
Um,
And usually doesn't happen.
yeah. A little bit close out here. Maybe the scariest part isn't that the neighbors knew him; it's that they weren't lying. Identity isn't something we lose all at once. It's stolen in pieces, one memory at a time. And sometimes, by the time you realize what's gone, it's already wearing your face. If your
Ew.
neighbors say they've known your son for years, maybe you should ask them what happened to the first one. This has been Sleep Well Horrors. Everything is true here, even when it's not. Sleep well if you can. Thanks for watching, everyone. Like, subscribe, and follow. We'll be back next week. Hopefully, the Wi-Fi is fixed by then. It was kind of a choppy live stream, but I'm gonna take this video and trim it down because I think the recording is gonna be a little bit more smooth. Thanks for watching. See ya.